Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my eyebrows. I am using the NYX eyebrow pencil in the shade Expresso, which is almost like a dark brown shade. I start off by brushing off my eyebrows, and then on the bottom of my eyebrows, I kind of just trace the bottom of the eyebrow. And I start off on the middle and just work my way towards my outer corner of my eyebrows. And me, since my eyebrows are a little bit short, I kind of like them a little bit longer. So I kind of just basically make the pointy, like the inner, like corner of my eyebrow a little bit more sharp, if that makes sense, and a little bit longer. But yeah, so that's what I do. And as you guys can tell, I didn't start actually towards like the inner of my eyebrows, just because I don't like my inner of my eyebrows to be a little bit too dark. So I kind of just work my way towards the middle of my eyebrows and my going towards like the end, and then I work my way into my inner of my eyebrows, and I try to avoid putting too much product there. So when I do, I basically just brush it off, so it kind of has like a little bit of fading, but not too much to where like you can't really see too much. But then I also don't put too much product to where you see the product too much and it's too dark, if that makes sense. And then I basically just go ahead and shade the rest of my eyebrows. I do have a lot of hair on the inner corner of my eyebrows, so I kind of just trace and put a lot more product on my outer corner. I know my eyebrows are so weird. I screwed them up. They used to be so better, but I screwed them up. But we just got to work with what we got. So I just try to shade in my eyebrows the shape that I want them. And then once I'm done with that, I just go ahead and just brush off my eyebrow once again, and then I trace the top of my eyebrow, basically almost the same steps as I did in the beginning, where I just start off the middle of the eyebrow and not towards the inner corner, and just kind of work my way to the back. And yeah, that's basically what I do in regards to with like the eyebrow pencil. Don't get me wrong, I do still screw up a lot to where like I either make them too thick or too big. But it just takes a lot of practice and a lot of like patience, and you'll be fine. I mean, till this day, I've been doing it for a while now, and I still suck, to be honest. But yeah, just keep practicing and you'll get there. I do recommend you getting this eyebrow pencil because it's super affordable, and it's legit the dupe from Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil, which is a lot more expensive compared to this one. So yeah, once that is done and the eyebrow shaped the way that I want it, I basically just go with my concealer on the bottom and I just clean my eyebrows. Basically the same steps. I start from the inner corner of my eyebrows and just work my way to my the outer corner of the eyebrow, and I just kind of trace it with minimal product as I can possibly get. Try not to grab too much product, just because if you do grab too much product and do put it too close to your eyebrow, you may screw up and get some on your eyebrow. It might be a lot harder to actually blend. So yeah, try and grab as minimal product as you can, and just basically use a flat brush. In my case, I use the Wet n Wild flat brush, which I got from Dollar Tree for $1. Super good. And my favorite concealer, which is the e.l.f. Concealer in the shade soft, no, I think it's like light beige. And yeah, so basically everything that I'm doing on my eye is just kind of blending and tracing my eyebrow first, and then adding the rest of the product onto the lid of my eye, so I can just go ahead and set my eye for whenever I apply my eyeshadow. I do set my concealer with my setting powder. I find it to be a lot more easier for me to be able to blend my colors, and also for my eyes not to like kind of wrinkle. Since my eyes are so freaking weird, but they do wrinkle a lot when or crease a lot whenever I put the concealer. And I've tried packing a huge amount of eyeshadow, but still doesn't work for me for some reason. So this way is what works for me. May not work for others, but it works for me. I always use foundation on the top of my eyebrows whenever I'm cleaning the top of the eyebrows, because that part is always gonna be that's where you're gonna put your foundation. So you basically gotta match your forehead to like the rest of your head, because on your lid of your eye, when you're applying concealer, you're basically gonna be covering it with eyeshadow, unless if you do it different, then you could do it different, add eye primer, or I don't know what you use. But yeah, I always like using a foundation on the top of my eyebrows, just because I find it so much easier for me to be able to blend and make my whole face look the same. But in this case, as you guys can tell from like a long time ago, I used the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 220, which is my shade. but I normally use the L'Oreal. God, I can never say the names, but yeah, I always use the L'Oreal foundation in the shade 470. That is my favorite foundation. Like, I extremely love it just because it's super affordable, and it's so full coverage, and it's lightweight, and I do highly recommend it for beginners especially. But yeah, I mean, this one's really good too. I like the Maybelline too. I would always use it at first, but I mean, yeah. So just to kind of get my eyebrows hair settled, I use the e.l.f. Gel. What is it called? It's like an eyebrow mascara or something. I don't know what it's called, but it's from e.l.f. But yeah, that's basically all I do, and I hope I was able to help you guys out. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know.